What's up, Agents Rock? We have Melissa Gonzalez next to me. We've been off for quite some time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Couple
I feel
weeks.
like I'm rusty. Yeah, a couple of weeks. I was in Turks for, I think, last week, and then a couple of weeks prior to that, we had some things going on. Easter. Well, I think Easter was on Sunday, so I don't think that had anything to do with it.
It was Easter week.
Interesting morning. We had a 2-hour event. Actually, it went to 2.5 hours. We had a bunch of agents here at the Somerset office. We had invited agents that are, that are struggling, that hit a wall, that are really not doing much production. And we wanted to get into their mind and find out exactly what is happening. Like, what kind of help do they need in order to produce? I just yelled at her before because of the phone, so that's why I'm laughing. But wanted to find out, like, what is it that we can do as a brokerage, as leadership, to help them out? What's the reasoning for them struggling? And there was, like, we asked the question, like, and we went around the room, like, why do you feel like you're struggling? Why do you feel like you're struggling? Everyone had a different answer. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really the answers that we were looking for, because I think there's only a couple of reasons why agents struggle. And look, unless you're having some health issues, or your
family issues,
you're being consumed and distracted, because of that, I can understand that. But I think that the number one reason why most agents, new or seasoned, when I say seasoned, if you've been an agent for 2-3 years, you're not new, but if you haven't done any transaction, technically you're new. You're new, right?
Yeah, you don't have any experience.
You have no experience. But when I look at the reasoning behind why they're not producing, I have to, it always comes up in my mind that it has to be a lack of planning, right? Not putting a plan of attack, not, talking about some of the prospecting ideas, income producing, right?
Producing activities
that are required to move the needle forward in their business. And you're a top agent. Why don't you tell us, why you're a top agent? Or why don't you tell us, why do you think agents struggle?
I think that a lot of people come into this business because it's easy to get into.
No,
right?
I understand that part.
But I also think that they think it's easy to be an agent, mm-hmm. right? Once you do, your schooling and you pass the test, they think that it's easy, and they're not proactive at getting business, mm-hmm. right? And I think they just are very lax about it. And
so they have like a 9-to-5 mentality, right?
Yeah, and they don't realize that it's not 9 to 5, right? Sometimes it's 10 to 8, right, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Well,
it's not even about the hours. I'm saying 9-to-5 mentality is like, you go to work. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you go to work and someone's there to tell you what you need to do today.
Yeah,
right?
No, exactly. And you work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You don't have days off in real estate. I'm sorry. I literally have not had a day off other than Easter, right? Or like a holiday.
Yeah.
I don't have a day off. Even if I'm not physically with clients,
I'm not off. Though.
I'm not off.
You're too involved. You don't know. You haven't learned to let go. And trust me, I was there. First vacation ever last week was the first time I actually did not use my phone.
Yeah, thank
God.
My
wife was like, who is this guy? Where's Mike and what did you do to him?
Yeah.
But I think it's a lack of planning. I think that
you didn't let me finish.
I'm not going to let you finish.
No, listen.
Go.
Listen. I think it's a lot of it has to do with mentality. I think they think it's easy. Yeah. Right? And they expect
but
business.
There are there are agents that come into this business that know it's not easy.
No, I think that some agents. I'm saying, why do I think that agents?
I'm saying constant
I think
across
it's accountability, and they're not planning their day, and they're not, doing income producing activities like you said. They're not being proactive, and they're not, doing the things that's going to give them the results.
Yeah. They don't have clarity as far as what they need to do on a daily basis, right? Or whenever they're switching the button on, right?
Right.
Because not every agent is full-time. Some agents don't need them. Like there was one agent that was in the classroom. She's a retired teacher. She doesn't need to make money to pay her bills.
Yeah.
And her husband does well. She just wants to make money. She doesn't want to build a business.
Money. Yeah.
And George said this pretty well. George is like, some agents, right? He goes, I had a hard time putting every agent in one bucket, which was, building a business. Some agents don't want to build a business. Some agents just want to make money. And that's okay.
That's how
fine.
I started. I just wanted to make extra money, right? And you're right about that. Not everybody does this to build a business.
Correct.
Everybody has their own reasoning for doing it.
Regardless of whether or not you're here to build a business or you're just looking to make extra money, right? you still have to have a plan of attack. And George used the word attack, like you have to attack your day. And I love that he said that, because you either own your day or the day's going to own you.
That's Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
I just posted that quote on my Instagram.
Did you really?
Yeah, a picture of me in the mirror, and I was looking.
I would say great minds think alike, but there's only one great mind in this podcast. It's mine.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I posted.
I have other things to do, Mel, than to look at your Instagram page.
Okay, next, keep going.
Yeah, but attacking your day, right? Owning the day or letting the day own you.
Yes.
And I think, and one of the things that has really changed me, not only in my real estate business, but now, personal development, is looking at my calendar the day before, right? Priming my mind as far as, all right, this is what I need to do tomorrow. This is what I have going on. And, writing down 3 or 5 things that I really want to conquer the following day. If I have 3 things I need to accomplish that day, usually I do, but if I don't feel accomplished. But when I do, I feel such a huge sense of accomplishment. But I think a lot of agents, they have this to-do list, right? Like 20 things.
They don't take their to-do list seriously. That's the other thing.
Well, that
or they put too many things on their to-do list.
Just because you have 20 things on your to-do list doesn't mean that you have to accomplish all 20 things.
Right.
Pick the top 3, 5.
Well, it's interesting.
What's your top 3, 5, by the way?
Well, it was interesting because yesterday when I was in
I don't care about what's interesting. I care about what's... No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
When I was at the Westfield office yesterday, Gallo, I know nobody knows who Gallo is, but whatever. I am still very old school where I like to actually have my planner. It's over there. Mm-hmm. And I write everything down in my planner.
I love writing.
Yeah. So Gallo was looking at my planner and he was like, oh my God, I'm surprised that this is how you operate. Yeah. And he's like, how do you know what you have to do every day? And on my planner, at the start of each week, it has like my top 3 priorities for the week. So I told him, well, it's easy, Gallo. So every Sunday, I turn the page and I turn the page and I write my top 3 priorities for the week. But then every night before I go to bed, I'm very old school, so don't judge me. Okay. But it works, right? I mean,
you're 62, so
if it's not broken, you don't have to fix it.
Yeah, Michelle does the same thing.
Well, but every night before I go to bed, I write in my reminders everything I have to do, and it alerts me at 9 a.m.
So give us an example. Top 3 things this week.
That I did this week? Well,
top 3 things that you wrote on your journal or your notebook that you needed to accomplish.
I had to get photos done for a listing, finish watching my KV Core training videos, and I don't know what the third thing was. I can't remember. Yeah. But that's what I write. Like Sunday night, top 3 things, and then each night I have you should see these reminders. Half of it doesn't even make sense, but it makes sense to me. I write people's names, and I know what that means.
You know what you have to do, I'll call them, follow up. And
yes, okay. All right, Bob.
All right, guys, be a little bit more organized than Melissa Gonzalez.
No, but it works for me.
If it works for you, great.
It works for me. So, like I said, before I go to bed, when I'm in my bed, I'm like, okay, what happened today? That's when I reflect, is every night before I go to bed.
Here, and that's cool, by the way. Here's another reason why I think agents struggle and don't really produce. Lack of calendar, right? Lack of accountability. And also consistency, right? But if you have a calendar reminding you what you need to do, it's going to be there. Now you have to hold yourself accountable.
Correct. And to that point though, I have certain tasks on my calendar that are reoccurring that I don't always hold myself accountable for. So it's hard sometimes.
Like what?
Like prospecting. I have 2 hours set aside, one at 9 to 10.
But that's, to me, that's the most important thing.
It is, but
you've already built a business. So you're managing transactions and you have reoccurring business coming to you every day.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, but and it's not to say that I still don't prospect, but instead of, I might not do it 5 days a week. I'm doing it twice a week.
Let me ask you this, Eloy. Let's say you were committed to prospecting every day. Where do you think your business would go to?
I probably need 6 more people to help me.
No, well, you may be exaggerating 6, but you probably would triple your production.
I'm sure, but
lesson there, folks.
But it's all about systems. Then at that point, scalability, right?
Or you need to start hiring people and delegating.
Well, did you not just hear what I said when you walked through the door? And I said I have this rental and I'm getting inundated. I have 37 leads that came from a rental that I listed 12 hours ago, and I can't respond to all these people and be there for all.
So why don't you get a virtual assistant?
No, it's not about responding. I have to physically be there to let all these people in, right? And that's where I'd benefit from a showing assistant or somebody consistently hey, I need you to sit at this house for 3 hours And
So wait, all 37 people were just not being represented by an agent?
No.
Okay. Wow.
Direct through Zillow.
That's awesome. But let's talk about the other stuff that we were talking about, right? So I was mentioning lack of accountability, lack of a calendar, right? Consistency, not having a clear-cut direction, a roadmap to getting to where they want to get, right? For example, if you're trying to do 20 units, right? If you're trying to close 20 units, or let's say 12 units, right? If you're trying to do 12 units, how many leads do you need to talk to on a yearly basis? And let's break that down to every day, right? What is that? Is that one person a day that you have to have a conversation? Then setting the bar low so that you can accomplish little small victories and wins here and there to create that dopamine effect, right? Yeah. So now every time you have a conversation with a lead, it feels good. And then when you have an appointment, it feels great, right? Setting the bar low. I think a lot of agents come into business and they try to sprint and, they fall down and they don't know how to pick themselves up, right?
I don't think you should set the bar low, though.
I disagree.
I don't think you should.
No, in a sense,
it has to be attainable, but you shouldn't do low.
I'm talking about the bar low in a sense that instead of trying to aim to call 200 people right today, why don't you start with 50 or 5 or 10, right? Start there.
Yeah.
Right.
Less is more.
Exactly.
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Right. It's like going to the gym. Like, if you've never went to the gym, why are you going to try to go to the gym 6 days a week or 7 days a week for an hour? Why don't you try going at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes? Try that, right? Or at least try showing up to the gym first, right? And then try 3 days a week and then for 30 minutes and then graduate from 3 days to 4 days to 45 minutes, 5 days to an hour maybe, right? Or whatever the case may be. Try at least showing up, doing first. And then you can build some sort of system and consistency where you're calling a certain amount of people, right? And then you have a little more clarity as far as what works, what doesn't work, et cetera, et cetera. So what else? What do you think is another reason?
I told you, mindset, but you said you disagreed.
No, I don't disagree there, but I think in order for you to change mindset, I think you need to change environment first. That's why I say I disagree.
Yeah. Who you surround yourself with. I feel like you have to surround yourself with more successful people. Or more established people. Or people that are going to bring you up.
Yeah, that I agree. And that I don't think that has a lot to do with success. It doesn't have
to be success, but, just somebody that's going to encourage you or support you or whatever it is.
Yeah, but let's say you're a brand new agent, right? And you know that you need a buddy system, right? Why don't you could partner up with other agents that are brand new or that aren't brand new. They don't necessarily have to be a top agent, but they could be a producing agent, right? And partner up with them because you know that when you're around them, you're inspired to want to do better. You're inspired to cold call. Yeah. Like we have Kareem in the office. I noticed that Kareem now is cold calling a lot. And I noticed that little by little, there's other agents around Kareem also cold calling because if they see Kareem cold call, they're going to cold call.
Yeah.
Right. So I agree in that, aspect. I think, yes, there's truth to, if you want to be successful, you should hang out with 4 or 5 people that are extremely successful. Yeah. Right. I agree on that too. Right. But I think it's not that easy to just get 4 or 5 very successful people and, take time away from them. It's not going to be easy. It's easier for you to be around 4 or 5 agents that are like-minded, that want to be successful, that want to accomplish, that want to be proactive. Right. And I think that will get you a lot.
They need to do, did we talk about this? Income producing activities. We didn't say what those activities were though.
No, we didn't. But, that's, if you're an agent, obviously, prospecting, cold calling, circle prospecting, sending out mailers, et cetera. What are some of the other things that you attribute an agent's lack of success or struggles?
I don't know. Drive, they're not motivated.
Yeah. So there's a pretty famous video on YouTube that went viral. It's a Navy serviceman. He talks about waking up early in the morning and doing the bed as your first task, because what that does is, right, number one, you're accomplishing your first task for the day. And it's setting you in the right mood, the right attitude, right, for you to, accomplish other tasks. And I thought that was very, very interesting because when I wake up in the morning and if I complete a task, whatever, doesn't matter how big the task is or small. Right. If I complete, like, let's say if I go to the gym in the morning, I can tell you that I'm much more productive that day than I am if I don't accomplish something. Right. Like if I wake up in the morning and I get up, I take a quick shower and I run out the door, it's not the productive day that I want. But if I wake up in the morning, I do my bed, right? Let's say I fold my clothes. That doesn't really happen much, but my wife is like, what clothes are you folding? But let's say if I fold my clothes, let's say if I iron my clothes, let's say I do something around the house and I go to the gym and now I go off to work,
you already
to
feel
the
like
office.
You accomplished something.
Yeah, and now I'm in a mood where I want to accomplish more. I want to accomplish more. Give me more tasks. Give me more tasks, right?
That is why I go to the gym in the morning.
Yeah, they say that if you do go to the gym or in the morning, most people are more productive. Yeah, whether it's true or not, I don't know. I can tell you from my experience.
No, you like to go to the gym at night because that's when you let out all your anger from the day.
Yeah, that's true. I love going to the gym at night.
Yeah.
All my frustrations. But what else do you feel is a struggle for agents?
I don't know. I mean, for me, it was whenever I had like a rough patch, I would say it was really just like, everything was like motivation. I wasn't like, my mindset was off. I wasn't doing the things that I know I should have been doing. So it's everything. It's a combination of everything.
I can tell you a big one. Distractions, right?
Yeah.
TV is a distraction.
You're a distraction.
Yeah. People around you that are negative in your life, that could be a distraction, right?
Yeah.
I think if you eliminate distractions, like if you're on social media all the time, maybe it would be a good idea for you to just pause your accounts and
I've done that before.
Yeah, because social media could be a distraction.
Yeah, it consumes so much of your time.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling if you pick up your phone and you went and looked at your screen time and see how much time you're spending on Instagram.
Every week. Every week I get an alert because I don't know.
Why don't you do that? Pick up your phone. I want to see.
Your iPhone, if you have iPhone, it says, just another inquiry. It says, this week you're up.
Yeah, love to know. I guarantee you it's hours.
If it loads. As you see your iPhone screen time, as you see your iPhone.
Over and under is 10 hours.
So my daily average on my phone is 7 hours and 56 minutes. I'm actually down from last week, it says.
So wait. You spend 7 hours?
8 hours.
You spend 8 hours on your phone?
Yeah.
That's insanity.
So messages on texting, it's 2 hours and 4 minutes.
That is wild.
Instagram, 48 minutes.
Wait, that's just today?
Yeah, today.
So today you were 2 hours in text messaging, 48 minutes on Instagram.
8 minutes on WhatsApp.
Okay, what else?
5 minutes on Zillow.
Only 5 minutes on emails, huh?
So for the week,
what can you be possibly?
5 hours and 31 minutes on Instagram,
and today's Wednesday,
and 11 hours on text messaging.
Wow, you have to fix that. That's a problem.
Yeah. So okay,
so you're 5 hours and 31 minutes on Instagram
for the week.
So you're probably by Saturday night.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I know. By Saturday, you're probably going to be 7-8 hours just on Instagram.
Let's look. 14 hours and 31 minutes last week on Instagram.
Dude, that's nuts. We're going to have to
have
a
19
conversation
hours on text messaging.
That's insane. That's nuts. Anyway.
Hey, but
that's a prime example. That is a distraction right there.
But in my defense, I have 2 Instagram accounts.
What 2 Instagram accounts do you have?
know.
What Instagram?
You know.
The signature one?
Yes. Mel, that takes up my time. That doesn't matter. When did you come back from Turks? Take it back.
It does not matter.
All right, let's go back a couple of weeks.
You're talking about 10, 15 seconds to repost.
Nah. Look, from April 9th to the 16th, I was on Instagram only 2 hours.
No, you're on vacation. You went to Florida.
Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee. So go prior. 1 week prior.
It only goes back that far. So look.
So go 6th to the 23rd.
21 hours and 23 minutes.
Okay, so I went on vacation on the 22nd. You took over
14 hours.
You took over the account like 2 days later. No, that's not an excuse. Anyway, folks, this is what I'm talking about. Distractions, right? We put our time in
Because you
useless
scroll
things.
at night. You scroll at night.
Oh, well, you're doing a lot of scrolling. I can't. What? That's insane.
You don't have that?
What? I do, but like that, I'm not on so that is why I hate my phone, because the phone in itself is a distraction. You have to, again, you have to learn to own your phone. Your phone is clearly owning you. Like, you have to think about it for a second. Like, let's not have this conversation afterwards. Let's have this conversation right now. What do you need to do moving forward? What is the change?
Spend less time on Instagram.
Yeah. No, but you know what you have to do. But what are you going to do for you to spend less time?
Oh, I'm going to delete it off of my home screen so I don't see it. Because if I don't see it,
Yeah.
I'm not going to click it that often. The problem is it's easily accessible. As soon as I unlock my phone, it's the first thing I see. So
I
I'm
bet
going to
you're
delete
you're the
this.
type of person, you get up early in the morning, you roll out of your bed, right? Or you crawl off your bed, whatever the case may be, and you get your phone and you're on Instagram. That's what you do in the morning, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's insane. But look, let's talk about it. Let's recap real quick, right? Lack of clarity, not having a calendar, not having a plan of attack, right? Not having a plan at all. Accountability, distractions, all of that contributes to a person's lack of success. And I'm referring to an agent, but that that translates to anybody in any type of business, whether they're in the restaurant business, whether they own a business, a construction company, whatever the case may be. Those are the distractions that tend to kill your personal development, right? And you have to be more cognizant. You have to be self-aware of the things that are consuming your time, taking away your focus and energy. And I've been there. Like I remember you.
Yeah, Mike, you have some nerve. Like, you didn't spend a lot of time on Instagram. Shut up.
No, not now. I only go on Instagram
now.
to post.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah.
But before you did.
I'm on Instagram two or three times a day, and that is it. I am not. You
but
are
there was a
clearly on
time-
Instagram every hour.
Because I need to limit my time on Instagram, okay?
Morning and night. That's it.
That's it.
Oh my God.
What do you
can't
want from
believe
me?
that.
But here's the thing. I go to bed after I make my reminder list. I'm scrolling.
You sound like some guy. No, I'm scrolling.
I'm scrolling.
No, it's too much. You
All
gotta
right,
take that.
so I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
But you're not the
problem.
only one. It's
So it was
the vast
21.
majority.
It was 14 hours. So it's 2 hours a day.
Yeah, that's a lot. What can you do? Let's say if you were on it for 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but
and
come on. What am I going to do at 11:30 at night?
You're asleep at 11:30 at night. You're not
Bullshit.
You're not on
How
Instagram.
many times have you and I been having conversations at 11:30 at night? We had a conversation about being carnivores and etc. at 11:30 just last week. Would you like me to pull it up?
Yeah, you can. I guarantee it was not a 2-hour conversation or even a
It
30
doesn't
minute. It was
matter.
5 minutes because I know exactly the way I am. I'm like, yeah, that's great, and then that's it. I end the conversation.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Liar.
No,
Liar.
That's too much.
Liar. Pinocchio. I'm going to call him Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Anyway, so
So yes, that is a distraction, and it takes away from you being productive. Yeah. So that's an issue.
And look, I believe in vision boards too. Like anything that you envision yourself either purchasing or having, or the type of person you want to be in the next couple of years and the next year. I believe in having a vision board and having it in your car, in the rooms that you spend the most amount
On
of time.
your phone screen?
On your phone screen, right? Because that's going to remind you every day, why are you waking up? Are you waking up with purpose? And if you're not, you need to have purpose, right? You need to have purpose in this business, in life in general, whatever it is. What are some of the things that also attribute to, lack of success, hitting a roadblock?
I really just think it's exactly what I said. It's everything combined. I feel like if you're not motivated, you're not doing those income producing activities. That's it. Like motivation has a lot to do with it. Like I said, for me, whenever I went through like a little rough patch, which I have and I do, even being a top producing agent.
Let's talk about that. How do you get out of that rough patch?
Me? I mean, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
But my take is going to be different than other people's take. But
So go? What's your take?
I mean, I get saged. I walk around with crystals. I mean, it's true, but
Yeah.
that's what I do, and that's actually what helps
Self-
me because
self-care
because
is
I
big.
I believe it. I take a day off. I'm like, you know what?
She
do
said,
s-
I'm the liar. She said she never takes a day off. I take a day off.
I take
I'm just joking.
moments
I
off.
get it.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'll go get a facial. I'll go get a massage. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm working, but I'm not. Right? Like, my focus is, okay, let me focus on me.
Mm-hmm. I think agents need to do more of that. Like, take a day off or half a day. And
No, it's not a day. You don't have days. You have, like, periods.
you
like,
can take
from
look,
8
look,
to
look,
12.
Look. You can take a
or-
day off. You can take a day off. Stop
me.
it. Yes, you can.
Not me.
It's not that important.
Not
you
me.
can take
Boy,
a day off.
I freaking
If you broke
sprained
your
my
leg,
ankle, and I went to work and showed house the second I fell and broke my ankle.
If
I
you
sprained my
if you
ankle.
broke your leg or got into a serious car accident, right?
I'd be
what would
miserable.
you do? Doesn't matter, but you would have to take the day off. People would understand.
Yes,
you
and then
can
your
take the day
business is
off.
going to suffer.
No, it won't. Not for over a day. Stop that.
So-
no.
No, so
Stop.
anyway, that's what I do. I go through
Yeah.
rough patches, right? And then when I'm down on myself, I listen to inspirational videos.
Mm-hmm.
I actually try and stay off of social media when I'm. No, listen, you're not listening.
I know those 14 hours really shows
No,
us.
when I'm not feeling my best.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not motivated, I actually try and stay off of social media.
Good.
Right. Or when I'm feeling like, nothing's working out.
Yeah.
You know, like when I get in that mood,
Yeah.
I try and stay off of social media. I mean, but that's my approach. I don't know what everybody else wants to do. I mean,
It's my approach as well.
You get saged?
No, I don't
Oh.
get sage, but
I'll sage you.
I'll take an entire morning off. I'll go get a massage.
Yeah.
I'll journal. I think that's
You'll
important.
go get your manicure,
Yeah,
your pedicure.
Exactly. Or
No,
I'll go
but I
if I'm
think-
really stressed out. I'll go on vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank God.
Because when I'm really stressed
Guys,
out,
he came back a new man when he came back from Turks.
that's not true. But anyway, when I do go on vacation, I feel like I have time to stop and think
Unwind.
of what's important and what's not important.
Yeah.
Right. What's a priority and what's not a priority.
Yeah.
You know, we're always running and running and running, and sometimes it feels like we're running in one place.
Or it feels like you're running in circles.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I legitimately feel like that too. I mean, and it doesn't matter if you're a top producing agent or not. We all have those moments.
Yeah.
So, what else?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. You know, and I have another session today at 5:30, from 5:30 to 7:30. I'm going to tweak some of the things that we spoke about earlier during our 10:30 session. And I think that, look, at the end of the day, a person's outcome, an agent's outcome is tied to what they do. It's tied to themselves. They have to want to change, because if they don't implement those changes, they're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Things aren't going to just miraculously change for you.
Right.
You know, but I do know one thing: when you do make a change and you develop good habits, right? You're focused on consistency. You're focused on accomplishing your priority list, right? You start to see that you're attracting things, good things around you, whether it's more clients or whether it's more opportunities. I do believe in the law of attraction, and I think law of attraction, right, translates to also abundance, right? You ever
That's
have a
what my
moment?
tarot card that you didn't want to listen to.
I didn't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
But if you've ever spent a good 30 days of just doing and doing and doing and doing things and accomplishing and doing this, that, and the other, you start to realize, or you start to see that you're getting all these other opportunities, and you're like, where did this one come from? Where did that one come from, right? To me, that's the law of attraction. That's the law of abundance. And that doesn't happen if you aren't proactive, really going out there and creating those opportunities for yourself. And that was kind of the message today. Look, guys, you know, you have to put a plan in place, right? You have to attack it. You have to start doing, because that's more important than anything else, right? And this business isn't about skill set. You will develop a skill set, obviously, eventually, if you practice enough. But it's
really
about
about consistency.
Yeah, it's about consistency. It's about your habits.
prospecting.
It's about your prospecting, being consistent with those things. It's about you really being focused on the things that really matter, the priorities, right? And this business, you know, honestly, it's pretty simple. It's what makes it hard is that consistency isn't easy for a lot of human beings, right? You know, developing good habits and eliminating bad habits, that isn't easy. If it was easy, like, think about it, right? Dieting would be easy. Going to the gym would be easy. But the reality of it, only a handful of people in the world actually diet. Only a handful of people in the world actually go to the gym,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know what that percentage is, but I'm willing to bet is less than 20% of the population.
You're clearly not
Right.
involved in that.
I
They're not in the 12% or 20%.
yeah, whatever that percentage is. It'd be interesting to actually find out.
Let's Google
what
it.
is.
Why don't we ask
Right.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Why don't you have it on your
I
phone?
do.
Ask, go. But it's a mindset thing. You know, you have to want it. You have to, really truly believe that you deserve it too. I was telling the agents today, like, you need to believe that you are capable of being a producing agent. You need to believe that you are deserving of it, right? Deserving of a better life. Actually, one of the agents actually started to cry in the classroom.
Aww.
Yeah,
I would
because
give her a hug. Did you give her a hug?
no, I didn't give her a hug. But this agent is, has 2 kids. She's a single mom and she's struggling, and she realized right there and then that she needs to make adjustments, right? Like, what's the old saying? I think what is it? Crazy is believing that you're gonna see a change if you keep doing the same things. Or insanity.
Lisa knows that saying. She always says that.
It's doing the same thing over and over,
Yes,
expecting different results.
Yeah.
Right. That's truly the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Like, you want to change, you can't do the same things over and over. You have to change. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to realize, and you have to be self-aware. You have to realize, look, I'm not happy where I'm going. I know that if I continue in this path, I'm in the next 5 years, 10 years, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be miserable. So I have to make this change for me. More importantly than anybody else, yourself. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Right? And start implementing those changes, knowing what the results are going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's important. I think that's it, Mel.
Yeah, that's it. Go kick ass. Go kick ass. What?
Yeah, go crush it.
Go crush it. Bye.
She's got a potty mouth.
And stay off of social media. Don't be like me.
Yeah, stay off of social media. Peace out, guys. Bye.
Bye.